So this is a single leg glute bridge, which can be used as an assessment. And it's very important for assessing and looking at hip stability. So we're going to talk about that. And then if you're not able to sort of pass this test, I'm going to talk about some specific progressions that you can use to increase your ability and eventually get there. So here is the basic assessment. You are going to come down onto the floor. Hopefully this is a good angle. You're going to raise both hips up, and then you're going to lift one leg like so. Okay, and you're just holding that position. Now maybe this is a good angle. What we're looking for is where the hips don't drop at all. So if I raise this up, right, this hip does not drop. It stays in the exact same position, right? Versus when I lift this leg up, if this hip drops even a little bit, right, that's a good indication that the leg that's still on the ground, right, is lacking a little bit of stability and control through the hip and the pelvis there. So if you're having an issue where you're struggling to do that, which is pretty common at first, here are some things that you can do to get there. So the first thing is we're going to do just a regular glute bridge with both feet on the floor. So we're going to be like this. And whatever, if both sides are weak or maybe you have one side that's a little bit deficient, the key thing is you want to make sure you feel the bum muscles working as the predominant thing. So when you get to the end of your set and you ask yourself, hey, what was getting tired? That should be your bum and not anything else. You're going to come up to the top. I'm trying to push my hips as far to the ceiling as I can. So I'm not just here, I'm all the way up. And I'm squeezing. I might hold this for 10 seconds, then come back down and repeat that until I get really, really tired. So I might do 5 to 10 reps like that. Over time, you can add some weight, so put a heavy dumbbell or something like that on your hips and progress from there. Once you've kind of mastered that and that's feeling good and your bum's getting really fatigued and everything in that exercise, what you're going to do next is go to a single leg glute bridge, but one foot is still going to stay just a little bit on the ground to give you support. So for me, my right side is a little bit weaker with this. So what I'll do is I'll come up, and instead of taking my left leg totally off the floor, I'll just kind of come up on my tippy toe a little bit. And most of the work is being done on my right leg, but I have a little bit of stability here to where I can work and practice that. And again, your bum should be doing most of the work, and that's the thing that should be feeling fatigued. And you're trying to press the hips up as high as possible. So I can hold that position for maybe a minute, gradually over time, or maybe even 90 seconds. And once I've kind of mastered that on both sides and I'm feeling it in the right spot and my hips are nice and level, what we can do from there is actually use a band if I need to for a little bit of assistance. Once you've sort of mastered that, then the next thing that you're going to do is just do the regular single leg glute bridge hold. But what you want to do is use your elbows driving into the floor to create a little more balance and stability. And this will help you keep that hip level and not drop. So I'm pushing these into the floor. And at first, if you need to, you can actually cheat a little and just kind of have your hands on your hips and just help give a little bit of support that way. That's going to be kind of the last phase before actually doing the full movement where you're up here, right, and you're holding that position. And you want to be able to hold that for about 45 seconds or a minute as you practice that over time. From there, you can progress that to actually loaded single leg bridging activities. So I could have a dumbbell on my hip, and I actually am just going to come up and down like that. And from there, you know, sky is the limit. So anyway, that is the single leg glute bridge test and some ways that you can progress that over time so that you can pass it and then actually take it beyond. Good luck.